Hey everyone, my name is Namek and this is my guide for those nights at Fredbear's New Destiny. This is honestly one of the hardest FNAF games I have ever played, and even though I enjoyed my time with it, I do think that the gameplay here can be quite challenging, almost to the point of being unfair, especially on night 3, 4, and 5. It took me about 6 hours to complete this game on my first playthrough, and some of it is due to luck. Still, I recommend everyone play this game blind, and only use this guide if you are truly stuck, like I was. So without further ado, here's my strategy for this game. Alright, first things first. The only thing you need to memorize is the route between the security room and the stage. You will only need this route for this entire guide. You do not need to access any of the other rooms at all. My strategy for every night starts with this. Get to the stage and get to the animatronics to chase you. So on night 1, only Bonnie will be active and he will move around 1:24 a.m. Go to the corner of the stage right here. And diagonally, that is actually where Bonnie will come out. Keep in mind that it is also where the entrance to the generator room is. So some quick tips for this game. First, do not run unless you are being chased. There's a really good chance that they will hear you because the AI is programmed to go to the last location that they saw you and heard you. If the animatronics see you, they will chase you non-stop and you cannot outrun them, nor can you lose them by hiding. This isn't Security Breach. The only way to get them off you is by closing the security door in their face. Lastly, the power drains faster on night 1 than in later nights. If the power runs out, all of the animatronics will deactivate. However, it will also spawn Fredbear. And this is pretty much a game over because he is faster than you and he will always know where you are. Alright, once Bonnie is out, he will chase you non-stop. Lure him back to the right side of the security room and close the door on him. You will use this route every single night, so please be familiar with this route. Once you close the door on him, he will then bang on the door 4 times. Afterwards, he will attempt to reach you by heading to the opposite door. Once you hear Bonnie leaving, open the door, but do not run. Again, we don't want him to hear any of the noises. So, right now, go back to the stage in the exact same route that we used to get there, and go to the generator room. Once you're at the generator room, fill up and head towards the exit. Turn around and face the hall and wait here until 6 a.m. Now there is a small chance that Bonnie will come back to the stage and chase you. If he does, then just lure him back to the security room and close the door on him again. Rinse and repeat. You should be able to get through this night without any real problems. Alright, on night 2, both Bonnie and Freddy will be active. Bonnie wakes up around 12:42, and Freddy around 1:49, I believe. So the strategy is still the same. We lure the animatronics back to the security room and close the door. However, we have to lure both Freddy and Bonnie back together. So when Bonnie comes live, just play a bit of merry-go-round with him with the tables. Just be on guard because the AI is actually a bit smarter than you think. Sometimes it will stop and sometimes it will turn around to catch you off guard. Here's my tip. Keep running around and don't look at Bonnie. But instead, try and hear his footsteps. If you hear a pause, give him a quick glance and then readjust your position if you need it to be. So as soon as you hear Freddy comes on live, run back to the security room. This time, you'll need to wait for 2 bangs on the door. Do not open the door too early though. If you do, Freddy will come back to the door. Once they reroute to the other side, head back to the generator room to fill up. There's a small chance that Freddy will be waiting in the arcade room instead of rerouting to the other side like Bonnie. If that happens, just restart. So once you're at the generator room, just fill up on power and just stay here until 6 a.m. Now there is a small chance that Bonnie or Freddy will come back to check on the room. However, this only happened to me once. So just keep your ears open, and if you hear footsteps, then go hide where the generator is. Alright, same strategy again on night 3. First, lure Bonnie and Freddy back to the security room and close the door on them. Then head to the generator room to fill up. Bonnie will activate around 12:28 and Freddy will be active around 12:46. So on this night, you'll have the displeasure of dealing with Plushtrap. He is probably what gives most people trouble with this game. Plushtrap's gimmick is that he will go from shelf to shelf and work his way to the generator room. Once he's there, he'll break the generator and summon Fredbear, which pretty much is a game over. He's kind of like Balloon Boy or the music box from FNAF 2. You'll have to find him and place him on the shelf as far away from the generator as possible. Also, if you hold on to him for too long, he will bite you, which will leave you stunned for a couple of seconds, so pray that you're not holding on to Plushtrap while being chased. Also, if he bites you 3 times, you'll die on the spot. If you ever see him running in the hallway, you can actually stop him by pointing the flashlight at him, but if you do it more than 2 or 3 times, then he becomes pretty much immune to it. Pretty fun, right? Don't worry guys, my strategy is here to save you from all that hassle. So first, Plushtrap should be entering the generator room right around 2:45. Now when he opens the door, close it and walk towards Plushtraps. Get as close to him as possible and just stare at him. He won't move for quite a while, as long as you're in his face. Keep your finger on the E button. As soon as he moves, grab him. And use the flashlight on him if you miss him. If he gets to the generator, you're pretty much cooked. Now once you grab him, instead of placing him back on the same shelf, put him on the shelf beside the generator. Afterwards, count to 8 in your head. Then put Plushtrap back to the other shelf. Get in his face and make sure to grab him if he gets off again. Rinse and repeat until 6 a.m. Now there is a small chance again that Bonnie and Freddy will come in to check out the room. If that happens, just grab Plushtrap and hide right beside the generator. Alright, you made it to night 4, congrats. Same strategy as before. Bonnie activates around 12:20 and Freddy activates around 12:30. Head to the stage, lure Bonnie and Freddy back to the security room, close the door on them, and head to the generator room to fill up. Now, Plush Trap should be coming in around 2 o'clock this time. As soon as he comes in, close the door behind him and get in his face. Same strategy as before. Pick him up if he moves, then place him on the other shelf for 8 seconds. Then put him back in the original shelf. Rinse and repeat. Now the new threat in this night is Fredbear, and he will activate right around 5 a.m., which means that there are 3 animatronics looking for you now. But don't worry guys, I got you. First, keep an eye out on the time. As soon as the clock strikes 5 a.m., you'll hear Fredbear's footsteps. Immediately grab Plush Trap and hide beside the generator. Now you can place him on the shelf, or you can hold on to him. Listen for Fredbear's footsteps. And as soon as he leaves, put Plush Trap back on the shelf and close the door. Again, don't run, guys. If you run, there's a chance that they will hear you. Now back to the staring contest with Plush Trap until 6 a.m. Congrats, you made it to night 5. This is the final shift in this game. So again, we start out with the same strategy as before. Bonnie will activate around 12:15 and Freddy around 12:20. Again, lure them back to the security room, close the door, then head toward the generator room to fill up. Now this night is a bit more time sensitive, so pay attention here. Plush Trap will most likely arrive at the generator room when you do. First, don't pay any attention to him. As soon as you reach the generator room, go directly to the generator to fill up. As soon as it's filled up, go and close the door, but also make sure that Plush Trap does not go towards the generator. Now back to the eye staring contest with Plush Trap. On night 5, there is a chance Fredbear will spawn twice, once around 2 a.m. and another time around 5 a.m. Now keep your eye on the clock. You will hear footsteps right at 2 a.m. As soon as you hear those footsteps, pick up Plush Trap and go hide near the generator. This is either Freddy or Fredbear coming in to check on the room. Once you hear the footsteps leaving, place Plush Trap back on the shelf and go close the door. Now, unlike the previous two nights, Plush Trap will move off the shelf a little bit quicker, around I would say 12 to 14 seconds or so. So just make sure to grab him when he jumps off. Again, place him on the other shelf near the generator for 8 seconds, then place him back on the other shelf and keep staring at him. On the chance that you hear footsteps, quickly grab Plush Trap and go hide near the generator. And that's pretty much it, guys. If you enjoyed this guide, give me a like, comment, and subscribe. Have a good day.